we paid for probate partners advice and getting all the right paperwork went through. It was exemplary, it was really good. Was about £1,200–1,300. Put that against a solicitor, a family solicitor, it was like 5,000 plus estimated. And I thought it's just ridiculous. Okay, so in the beginning, it was my sister and I. My mother passed away, and we were left to do the probate, which was in Scotland, as you know, as a letter of confirmation. So we did the usual route, go to the family solicitor and get advice, etc., etc. But the cost that they were sort of projecting this would be, I was balking, thinking, oh my gosh, this is really expensive for what essentially is some paperwork. When we sent the details off to the solicitor, they said, oh, there's a problem. Oh my gosh, why didn't you flag this up before? So they said we had to go do something else. They thought, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. It was just solicitors dragging their heels. I mean, I had to ring them up, etc., etc. And in this day and age, you're thinking, my gosh, business just didn't fall in your lap. Straight online, and up came your website, My Probate Partner. I thought, okay, let's give this a go. I did some extensive researches with My Probate Partner, and all the right things were being said. People say, yes, do this, etc., etc. From my experience, I mean, it seems that you guys really know what you're doing. I had, to be fair, I had some reservations with the Scottish Sheriff Court system because I know how picky that can be. Having spoke to people before, so you've got to get the paper right, otherwise they'll send it back, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. But they accepted your first letter for the confirmation letter, which essentially is probate, came back absolutely all fine, and the second one came back all fine. So there was no worries whatsoever with you guys knowing your stuff and knowing what to do, particularly with the vagaries of the Scottish court system. I was really pleased with the response that you get. It was really quick. It was all priced. And the most important thing was the time frame. You said you're going to have like 10 days and it will be done. So you think that's great. 10 days, go away, do something else. You're not constantly ringing up and saying, how are you progressing? How are things? So you met that time frame really quickly. And it'd been slightly complex with the Scottish Sheriff Court, but it went through, the confirmation letter went through. At the end of the day, you've got to, although the service is much cheaper, you've got to pay for a service that works, and in this case, it worked really, really well. My sister and I were she's in New Zealand, by the way, so therefore, all the stuff gets sent over to her. So it worked so well for us. So, I mean, all in all, really pleased with My Probate Partner. I know it sounds a bit gushing, but it's true. It was just fantastic. So much so, my wife was speaking, some of our friends are going through similar things where their mothers are not expected to be around for that long, and solicitors again are quoting exorbitant fees. And we said, look, you've got to go and do My Probate Partner. Give them a go. It's going to work. It'll be really good. So, yeah.